Well, if you look at that empty spot right there, that's where the Escalade usually sits. It's gone. I put it up on Marketplace and I just threw a price on it, knowing I still had a few things left to do, so I was going to get to them when the parts came in. But I got a trade offer, and the guy's like, you know, I don't know if you want to do a trade because I've got so many vehicles, I'm trying to get rid of them. He knew that. But there was really only one vehicle that I would have wanted. And yeah, he had it. Oops, oh, there it is. But we'll get to that in the next video. Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, well, we got something broke, all right. Look at the 2010 Chevy Camaro. I traded the Escalade straight up for this. All right, well, let's take a look here. This is some butchered exhaust that's riding on the diffuser panel on both sides. This side here looks like it's actually melting through. So, let's give this a listen, shall we? I don't have my tripod. I apologize for that. So let me, I'm going to set you down. I'm going to give it a couple revs real quick. Hopefully you can not fall off of here. And since I just killed the camera, you're probably wondering what's going on with that. So before we get to the exhaust, I want to show you these 20-inch wheels. They are something HD, signature, whatever. I think they're ugly. Rotors, heavily gouged. Got a big lip on the end there. You probably stop a tractor trailer with it. Black stripe is not factory, so that's coming off because I think it's ugly. The front, same deal. Rotor's got a huge lip on the edge. 20-inch ugly wheels, so those got to come off. I think. We'll see. I'm working on a set of black wheels right now. We'll see what happens with that. This side, you notice I already took the black stripe off. I think it looks so much better. There's the heat gun, and there's some of the vinyl sitting there. It does have the sunroof, which I don't like, but it's okay because I'm not keeping this. On the inside, the seats are real nice, as is the rest of the interior. It's only got 104,000 miles, so it should be nice. What else we got here? Oh, so I put it up on jack stands yesterday, and it needs inner and outer tie rods, brakes all the way around, tires, TPMS sensors. So all in all, I spent $1,000 yesterday on parts. So those will be here pretty soon. But I wanted to show you this exhaust because this has got to get changed. I can't stand this. These are Flowmaster, what are they? 409S, whatever. But I mean, you know, we got some all thread here welded up there. No wonder this thing doesn't fit right. Yeah, it's burning the plastic. It's so tight on there. Same thing over there. not only are they Flowmasters, but look at the quality of the welds. And that's leaking. I don't know what you call this, other than some hack job, which is exactly what I called it. I said someone hacked a set of Flowmasters in here, and that's going to be no bueno. You can see all this is just leaking like crazy. So I'm working on a set of factory mufflers. If I can get those, I'll take it to a muffler shop, have them fix the exhaust the right way. And then now I'm thinking, oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get up. I may need to get a new diffuser because this is kind of melted. Great. And we need tag light assemblies. So it's just pretty much a lot of minor things, little maintenance items that should have been addressed. So, oh yeah, I also ordered all new brake pads and rotors, all 4 of them, so all those will be new. I ordered power stop, and I just changed the oil last night, so that's done. And I think that's about it for right now. What do you think of the Victory Red Camaro? Besides the fact that it needs a bath because it's got bird dookie all over it. Yeah, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to make someone a nice car. Okay, well, we had a chance to pull those stripes off. We just wiped it down with acetone. Looks so much better on this side. I really like it. We did uncover a little bit of paint damage right there, but you know, it is 14 years old. And then on this side, you know, it looks okay, except we got some clear coat that came off here. And if you look on the door, you should be able to see it. We got a little bit of clear coat right here that's missing. So, yeah, not real happy with that, but I like the looks of it a lot better without that black stripe. So I think next thing, before I wash it, I'm going to try to pop this dent out. Someone said maybe I could get in here and do it, but I don't know. I don't think I can. I think there's a wheel liner. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past. So I may not be able to pop that dent out. But I would like to wash it to get rid of the bird stuff. I think I can get away with washing it before it rains. Okay, well, look what we got here. We managed to drive up to Williamsburg. We got a set of Camaro 18s. These have some tires on here called Nexen N-Priz AH8, whatever. Anyway, these are good. Well, 2 of them are. 2 of them are terrible. Looks like 2013. Well, they may not be so good, but oh no, here we go. Here's our dot number 22. All right, so we got some 2-year-old tires. 2 of them are really good, 2 of them are not so good. The 2 back ones were these, obviously. So we got us a pair of Nexen N-Priz blah blah blah, same thing that they are. So we got 1 there, 1 in the trunk. We're gonna go get them mounted up. I've got new TPMS sensors sitting over there. So let's get this thing jacked up, get one of these wheels off so I can see, hopefully I can use the same lug nuts. I've got rotors and pads, so we'll do that at the same time, and then we'll switch to the front and see what we can get done there. I've only got like 2 hours, so time is of the essence. Alright, so we get everything apart, and of course the rotor's stuck, so hopefully just a few taps will get it off there. And no. Okay, so time to get a much beer F for H. And yeah, smack this rotor off. We do need to compress the piston into the caliper. Not a big deal. Got the kit out. We got our pads. I mean, we're all ready to go. We just got to get that rotor off. So let me get a bigger hammer and we'll smack some more. Alright, well, super easy. I just had to put the camera down and smack it really good. So we got that out. We wire wheeled the hub here so that the new rotor slid right on. Put anti-seize on this, of course. It had some, so we put some on it. And that'll keep that screw from not sticking, and you'll be able to get it out next time. And we got our new pads on. Cleaned up this little red thing. Cleaned up the little red caliper. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put this bald tire on here, since they're getting replaced anyway. And I think we're gonna use those lugs. Not that I want to. What we'll probably do is, if we paint the wheels black, we'll get some black lug nuts. If we don't paint them black, if we just sell it the way it is, then we just won't even worry about it. Let's get this thing on. Alright, well, we got the 18s on the back. Look at these lug nuts. This is what was on the 20s. I believe those are coming off, because I bought another set of like stock lug nuts, and those look so much better. So those are staying. I'm gonna take those other ones off right now, put these on. Well, last night I took the Camaro over to Rob's because he works at a shop and he's got a lift, and I said, I want you to do these tires and put the TPMS sensors in. So I brought the 2 new tires, did the tires, put the TPMS sensors in, and I also brought all the parts that I had. Since he's got a lift, it was much easier. So we did inner and outer tie rods. We did a wheel bearing on the driver's side because that was bad. And we broke a stud over here, so we took one out of the front wheel bearing, put it over here, and now I've got to get a lug nut, but that's not a big deal. But today I just drove 150 miles to pick up a few things. Let's open up the trunk here. We've got a set of factory mufflers with some pipes that we're gonna have to cut the length and then either weld or put, you know, something on, some way to get it. We've got a air box to replace that janky eBay stuff, and we got a valance panel because, yeah, that one over there is all, the pipes are so low they're burning through it. So new valance panel, exhaust, intake stuff, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. We're gonna do the intake, and the rest of it's gonna have to wait, but let's get that done real quick. All right, we've got the back end in the air. Since we got the new valance panel, I want to take this one off. It's got a couple screws and then a bunch of clips going all the way across. When we took the one off of the other car, we had to take the whole bumper off and then release the clips from the inside. I'm hoping we don't have to do that. But let's take a look at this exhaust system. That is, oh, I don't know if you can hear that. Get a good look. Yeah, it's in there melting on the plastic. We'll come to this side. And I ripped a bunch of that plastic off. You can see it's just destroying it. We got a nice leaky weld there. Back here. I mean, these welds look fantastic. This is professional stuff right here. And then you've got the all thread welded to the body, holding the exhaust up. Yeah, Anyway, so I'm glad to see that the double rubbers are up there. That's one, and on this side, oh good, they're there too. When I got the exhaust, I wasn't sure if I had them or not, so I told the guy, leave it. If I need it, I'll come back for it, and luckily I have it, so we're good there. Let's work on getting this valance panel off, and hope we don't have to take off the rear bumper. And then figure out where we're going to try to cut this exhaust. I might bring the mufflers in here and set them down, and kind of get an idea for where they go. I think we're going to try to get them right in here. I think is where we're going to try to do it. Like maybe like right in the middle of here. And just be able to splice that pipe. So we'll see. What do you think? Alright, so before we throw this in the metal pile, take a listen. Now you may not be able to hear it. Anyway, this bearing is definitely bad, so we'll throw this away. We already got the new one installed. I just wanted to show you. Yeah, piece of cake to install. 3 bolts in the back. There's no axle in the front, so you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, worked pretty easy. Had to knock the studs out because we did break a stud in the back. And took a stud from here, put it back there. All good to go. Now let's take a look at what we're doing here. So we got the fender liners loose. I just hacked some of this out to make it easier because we're going to drop this whole back bumper. And that's not going to be fun. I'm going to tell you that right now. So we get the trunk open. I think there's some push pins in there. I think we got to take the tail lights out. I'm not sure. I think we do though. And then we got to take it loose. But then there's all the backup sensors, the license plate lights. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not just, you know, pull the bumper off like it used to be. There's junk attached. Well, that was actually a lot easier than I thought. I thought we had to take the tail lights out, so I'm going to bolt them back in. I mean, really, you got these 2 locating pins on both sides, and then it, you know, snaps in here, screws in through the fender liner, and up here with all the spider eggs. There's nothing on the top. I thought there was going to be push pins going in. There's not. It just clips in, or it just goes over the top anyway. Yeah, actually fairly simple. And what I really like about this is the whole wiring harness is contained on the bumper. You got the 2 plugs on either side, and that's it. Everything else is part of this whole wire loom, which is really, really nice. So now we gotta try to get this valance off, which is these push pins here. Not push pins, but tabs. And hopefully we can get them out. I think how the guy did it was he pulled this back and then pushed. But of course this is gonna want to go everywhere, you know, because rockabye baby. So trying to do that is not gonna be fun. But we got to get it out. When we go to put the new one in, it'll just snap in. So we can put the bumper back on once we get the exhaust in or whatever, and then put the valance on. Alright, so we got our little Flowmasters cut off here. This one here, you can see how well that one was welded down there. So we got our factory mufflers. We've got the pipes are cut down. There's the leftover pipes. And let me go, because I forgot to grab them. Let's grab these bad boys. These are 2 1/4 ID little pieces. We need these. Always bring a piece of exhaust with you when you're going to do stuff like this, because lo and behold, 2 trips and 4 stores later, we finally have something that don't fit. Why does it not fit? You're kidding? Maybe? Oh, this is ridiculous. Because here's the pipe I cut off. And what is going on? Okay, before we put the exhaust on, let's do a cold start real quick with no exhaust. Wasn't that exciting? Alright, well that just took a few minutes to put those on. I haven't tightened the clamps all the way, but let's give it a cold start and see what it does. Oh, that is so much better. Alright, so we're about to throw it back together. I just wanted to show you. Well, I let the hoodlums out. There's Sailor and Maggie right there. Sailor on the right, left. Maggie standing there doing something. There we go. Sailor's running now. Oh, that was Maggie. Okay. I can't see nothing through this camera. Alright, so we got the bumper over there. We'll break that back over. And the other stuff. And we'll see if we can't throw this thing together. I'm getting excited now. Well, I was going to film putting the bumper on, but I mean, it went on so quick, I didn't even have time to think about it. I'm going to clean this up and go ahead and put that piece on if I can find where I put it, because I don't know at this point. Huh. Well, it's around here somewhere. All I've got is the screws that hold the sides, and then this back piece, and then we shall be done with this. We can throw it off the stands and maybe take it for a drive, see how it goes. Alright, I gotta find that piece. Where is that balance? Now let's do a change report for the Camaro. We got $4.31. Not bad. Oh man. Well, here it is. I just took it up to New York. It's been a couple weeks since I finished the brakes and all that stuff. Ran flawlessly up there and back. Got about 25 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good considering how fast I was going. But when I was up there, it rained. And when I got down here and I unloaded the trunk, I noticed things in the back were wet. And quick little bit of research said, oh, if you got a sunroof, the drains are draining into the trunk instead of going out these little boots here, one on each side. So I figured I'd come in and take a look, and oh, you can't see it. So let me get a flashlight and we'll take a look. Okay, flashlight acquired, and yep, sure enough, there is the drain. And I don't know if I can get the flashlight to stay while we take a look. But anyway, that is supposed to go in there. And it does not. If you look on the other side, we got the same thing going on. So what I'm going to do is get some heat shrink and put those tubes back in the receptacles, throw some heat shrink on there, and hopefully that'll keep the trunk dry. So what I've got to do now is I've got to take this out and dry it out and look at the spare well, see if that's full of water, because I don't know how much water got in here. It's real good design, GM. Good design. And I mean that with the most sarcasm that I can muster out here. Oh yeah, it's wet. Oh, where did I put it? On the Honda. Throw it on the Accord for now. Yeah, that's all wet. I'm gonna vacuum this out anyway. Well, let's check the spare tire well, because I got a feeling that's full of water. Alright, it's got a little rust. Throw that over there. Yeah, there's some water in there. Oh no, who drilled holes in there? I'm gonna have to cover them. If you've got holes in the trunk like that, what happens when it gets cold is moisture comes into the trunk and condenses on everything and gets everything moldy. So we're gonna have to fill those with something, and then yeah. All right, but I'm gonna tell you what, it is 39 degrees out here, and my threshold for working outside is usually about 45. Once it gets below that, it gets a little bit too cold to work. However, this has to get fixed. I've got to get these drains fixed. So that's what I'm going to work on now. Well, I had to go get some different heat shrink because what I had was not big enough. So there's one side that's done. And if you come to the other side, heat gun, you'll be able to see it. And then we'll shrink the heat shrink. And that should form a nice watertight seal. So next thing we're going to do is dry all this up, and we're going to get the hose and run the hose and make sure the water comes out here instead of inside. And then we'll consider this one fixed. What you need to do is you need to get some 17/32. That's the biggest size I could find. Cut a piece off, take the pliers, stick it inside, spread the pliers out like that. Stretch this out a little bit because it's still not big enough. Once you stretch it, it's big enough to fit over the hole. Not over the hole, over the larger piece, the other side of this. And the easiest way I found to do this, which is not easy, is to actually, I put a towel down and actually got into the trunk. And that made it super easy. But other than that, holy cow. All right, I just want to hit this one more time with the heat gun, make sure we're good. And then we'll get the hose and see what we get. Oh, look what we got here. We got water coming out on this side. On this side, not yet. But it's not draining in here, so it might not have enough water. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, so what I think is I would probably need to dry this out, open the sunroof, pour some water in the drain, and then it should come right out. But instead of doing that, since that side's working over there, I'm gonna call this side fixed too because it's not leaking in here. And I'm just gonna say I didn't have enough water, but I am so happy with that. Now maybe the trunk will stay dry. That water in there is for me being a little bit overzealous with the hose, and it flew over here, over the weather stripping and right into there. So I'm gonna clean that up and then bring that stuff inside, let it dry, and put it back together tomorrow, and we should be done with the Camaro, actually. It's like 100% done. Oh. No, we're not 100% done because me being a dummy, I was up in New York and I saw a wheel lock in the console and I thought it was for the old wheels, so I threw it away. But nope, it is indeed for these. So I'm going to get the tool, get these off. I got some replacement lug nuts, we'll throw those on there, and then we'll be done with the Camaro. Well, that's going to do it for the 2010 Camaro video. Hope you enjoyed it. I like working on it. It's all fixed, ready to go. And I hope it sells soon because I've already bought 2 more cars. So, not that I need them. If you can look around, I got plenty of crap around here to work on. But I did. One's up in New York and one's down here. And the plan is to go to New York later on this week. And I'll grab one and probably gonna leave it up there until spring, and then I'll bring it down. The one that's local, I can go get that anytime. But one of the things I need to do is I need to move that Pathfinder, because I need the trailer. Not only do I need the trailer, I need to fix the wiring on the trailer so that I can actually bring that up there and tow the car back. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Keep your wheels down and keep your wrenches in motion.